I love to see your Muppet notes.
Jalapenos, getting my friend some jalapenos. This is the Science Fiction Rating System podcast, the podcast that aims to rank every science fiction film from 1 to infinity. My name's Sam Draper, and I am joined, as ever, by Chris Redding.
Hello.
And Alex Humphrey.
Hey there.
How is everyone this evening?
Good.
Oh, wonderful. Got a beer?
Fine.
Yeah, let people behind the curtain a little bit. We've just recorded the 2001 show, so if you've heard that one...
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I'm happy
Alex
with...
had a full HAL 9000 breakdown.
Yeah, I'm happy with the result. We got there in the end. You know, everyone's...
Well,
yeah.
In classic science fiction rating system style, we're pivoting as hard as it is possible to pivot. We're doing the absolute 180 screech reverse from Kubrick to Henson. It's Muppets from Space, the absolute opposite end of the science fiction scale.
Yeah, Kubrick to Tim Hill, the director of Garfield 2, Alfred and the Chipmunks and Hop, isn't it, really?
He's rebooting Short Circuit.
Oh,
yeah, I just saw that, yeah.
I thought,
the thing I read about
am I wrong? Chappie isn't a reboot of Short Circuit then?
It's a similar thing, isn't it? But not a reboot.
Okay. Not a reboot. No, it's crap boot.
Crappy. Chappie, more like crappy.
Just shitty boot.
So yeah, we went for a comedy this week with Muppets from Space, a film that Alex you'd not seen before.
No, never seen. No, never seen.
Oh, what a treat to have never seen this movie before.
So before we start, let's do a little Muppet check-in. Muppet Christmas Carol, yay or nay?
Yay.
Brilliant, yeah. I think that's one of the best Christmas Carol versions, to be honest.
It's one of the best Christmas films. It's one of the best stories ever told, made better by those Muppets in it.
I agree, yeah. Hell yeah.
Muppet Treasure Island.
I haven't seen that.
Maybe.
It's not great, is it?
No.
Doesn't age well.
Nope.
Muppets Take Manhattan.
Nope.
I can't remember that at all. I've seen it, but I have no memory of it.
The new Muppet movie.
The new one with Ricky
The one
Gervais.
with Jason Segel. The one...
80%.
Yeah,
The songs aren't bad in it.
I like the idea of his brother being a Muppet. That was quite a weird
I love Muppets, but...
original concept. Yeah. The beginning is quite good. There's some good songs by the guy from Flight of the Conchords. Yeah, it was alright.
Muppets from Space, the best Muppets film?
I would put it up there with Christmas Carol. I think it's the best Muppets film, but Christmas is another game.
Yeah. Well, let's leave it there. Don't elaborate too much. We'll wait for the end. So, Muppets from Space is the story of Gonzo the Great, who sort of became the star, didn't he, through Christmas Carol and Muppet Treasure Island. He's definitely to the fore. He wasn't to the fore like this in the TV series, was he? He wasn't.
No.
They weren't like this. I mean, I guess it's just the role, him and Rizzo in Christmas Carol, that was a hit, so they kept them as the lead characters, didn't they? Who's your favourite Muppet, Chris?
Probably Rizzo.
Alex?
After this, I'd say Pepe the Prawn. He's brilliant.
Yeah, I was going to say. Pepe the Prawn is fantastic at this, isn't he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Muppets, all Muppets live in a big house, and there's one thing I really like about the Muppets. It's like the idea they live in a house. I love procedural Muppets. like how I like procedural 2001.
Procedural Muppets.
Like, just Muppets making breakfast.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. Hook me up to my veins. That's my kind of shit, that is. Like, Muppets, I'd like...
If
Muppets
Coronation
get a driving
Street was
license.
Muppets, I'd watch it every day.
Totally. The idea
Imagine
of Muppets
Coronation
existing
Street,
in the real
but it's
world.
the Muppets.
Yeah. I'd watch do anything. Imagine like a Muppet. What was that thing they used to do, the driving tests? Remember that reality show?
Yeah.
But everyone's a Muppet. Or like it's a human teaching Muppets to drive.
Like the Kardashian show, like a semi-reality sort of made in Chelsea show, but it's Muppets.
Yeah,
great.
Keeping up with the Muppets. Yeah,
that'd be great. No strings attached.
Yeah, so
that'd be the
brilliant.
Pitch it.
I mean, they're not actually on strings, are they?
I know.
No rods. No rods attached.
No strings, all rod.
All rod.
Yeah. So yeah, this is like a big musical montage. Music is a big thing all through this. How are we feeling about the soundtrack to this film, Alex?
Amazing.
What's your thought on the soundtrack?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was really refreshing and different, because a lot of Muppet films are like, they make their own songs, don't they? I mean, it's normally
none of that here.
No, none of that. I thought it was really good. I think
funk.
Yeah, I just thought it really worked. It was odd. I mean, when it first happens, they play Brick House and they're in a house. Yeah. But that song is about a woman. That's not about a house. That song is about a
not
big
Muppets
woman.
cleaning a house.
No, it's not about, she's mighty, just letting it all hang out. It's not about a house, it's about a woman. Maybe Miss Piggy, but they don't go there, which is good. But no, I loved it. I think that the soundtrack is one of the things that elevates this above other Muppet films in a way.
It's good, but it does have the tinge of, obviously, that's the taste of the people who made the Muppets. Mm. And it did make the Muppets feel to me like a bunch of like burnt out old hippies, like past their heyday.
Yeah.
Rocking around these old hits of the 70s.
That's the vibe they were going for.
Do you think?
Maybe.
I don't think they were that switched onto it, but that's not a bad thing. I like that.
The soundtrack, is someone like Ween or someone like that?
Yes, yeah.
They asked them to do a song and then it never happened, or something weird like that. So they obviously were trying to be trendy, a little bit.
And it fails. They thought, fuck it, funk. Yeah, so we get quite a few funk montages to the start of this film, which is basically...
Star, I think, is my favourite.
Yeah, that's good as well.
Well used, yeah.
I mean, really, the end of this film's the worst song, isn't it? But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, so they go around the house, and Gonzo is trying to find out where he's from and all this business. And it's just a lot of, like, getting to know the Muppets, isn't it? Living with the Muppets. A lot of... Clifford and Kermit and Miss Piggy's off to work. They've got to fill
a lot of space. They've got to do a lot of explanation of where the Muppets have been, what they do.
Yeah.
Since we last saw
them. Although they don't really reference, like, what they were doing, do they? There's no reference to the TV show.
Yeah, she's the only one. Yeah, she's the only one with, like, a job, really.
Yeah, what are the rest of them doing? I guess the band's off, aren't they, on tour? Yeah. The band are going off. The Electric... What are they called? Electric Mayhem?
Yeah.
But really, this is all nonsense. And the film only starts when Gonzo starts to make contact with space, and we see the antagonist of the film, Jeffrey Tambor, who was fresh off Larry Sanders, but looking fat. Like, I don't know if you saw this guy in... I mean, he's in Arrested Development now, and in fact, he's disgraced now, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
Sex pest. Yeah.
Because Transparent, he's in that, isn't he? And that's supposed to be amazing.
Well, he's been sacked from that, for being one of them.
Just checking. Don't say someone's disgraced. Is he?
No, he's definitely disgraced.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'll check with the SFRS law department, but I'm pretty sure.
SRF.
Get our lawyer on the phone. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yep, he says it's fine. Say what you like.
Good. Okay, cool. But yeah, so he comes in as he's really the only main non-stunt casted thing.
Yeah.
But I think he does really well, doesn't he?
He's amazing. I think his performance is brilliant. I mean, I've always had this thing that if you can be good in a terrible film, and not that I'm saying that Muppets From Space was a terrible film, was good, but if you can be good in a kind of bad film or in a trashy film, I think it proves you're a better actor. And he's acting his arse off, but not in an annoying way, in an actually really... Like, you really kind of feel a bit sorry for this guy. Like, because he says
the frustration of a human surrounded by Muppets.
Totally.
And it's interesting because Gonzo says, I'm sick and tired of being like a one-of-a-kind freak. But then there's a bit later on where he kind of says it as well, like that he's a freak. And you kind of, there's obviously this massive backstory of him being like obsessed with aliens and all this. And then everyone's like, thought he was a joke. And, he got put with that bear that is equally...
He does play it really well, but I think that's the benefit. That's why Muppets work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they have got the voice on set, and he's acting to Renfro, isn't he? He's not acting to nothing, which I think helps.
Who is brilliant. Why is he in any of the other films? Why is he not in any?
I don't think he is. I think
he's in
only
some of the newer ones. I think, but he's not playing. He is actually. He plays the same character in the new one.
Does he?
Yeah, he's so like good. The sidekick to the bad guy.
Yeah. So Renfro is pretty much every line he says is golden, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything he does when he's like this the first time on a set and this scene and he's just repeating back to Tambor what he's saying. It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
Baby steps. He's I absolutely, even how he walks, everything about him. And also, have you seen his little badge? And there's like this really generic looking front on face shot, like he's like a mug shot of him on his badge.
It's got something hilarious. Like very Trump White House about it.
Yeah.
You know how stupid it is.
Yeah.
And now, like,
Yeah.
it's a bear, and it's the first time he's put a suit on. Like,
And the fact they never address it as well, that it's a bear. You know, there's no other Muppets really working there, right? Other than that one in the
goat.
the Safety Doctor.
the goat.
The goat! Yeah, I mean, that's the second best line in the film, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's early on. Renfro fetches the remote. The goat! And then the fact that he's just like outside and he shouts out to him, the remote, oh, I thought he said the goat back there.
Yeah, this is his little, like, fucking, like, just
Always talking to himself.
chuntering away.
Yeah, that's it, chuntering. It's brilliant. I could watch him all day, but sadly we can't. We go back to Muppets, and don't you think the start of this film goes on a bit too long, though? Just like
until he just
No,
goes.
he gets
A little
going
bit.
today.
No, it doesn't get going. It's a lot back and forth between.
I think they're trying to play out
house
the
and the
Close
agency.
Encounters kind of build up. That's what they're trying to
Yeah.
do there.
yeah,
It feels a bit like they had like a one paragraph pitch and then just films to pastiche, didn't they? Really,
They're trying to do
And
the
just-
Dreyfus sort of thing, aren't
Yeah.
they?
yeah, and like the whole plot with Miss Piggy and Andy. Is it who is it? Is it Andy McDowell?
It is Andy McDowell. Yeah, he's terrible. Yeah,
But it does have one. I don't know why more people don't call people a coffee pig, because that is a really great cuss. Because they just keep saying she's a coffee pig, which just sounds
Yeah.
like a really offensive cuss.
It's frowned upon in the film industry now.
Oh, okay. We don't use that word anymore. Yeah.
that's why Jeffrey Tambor got in so much trouble for calling his co-stars coffee pigs.
I'm actually going to try and drop it into conversation. I think it's a great. Yeah, I think it's a great one.
She's like barely in that film, is she, Andy McDowell? It's weird how.
Yeah, you think
obviously
it's. Well, you think that's going to be a really big plot line, and it isn't, is it?
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
really anything. Like,
Because also she's not really like. I mean, I guess it's the caliber of who they get as guest stars, isn't it? Because you've got like Hulk Hogan, like which Arquette is it? Like the Arquette no one knows. Is it David Arquette?
oh,
It's not
David
David,
Arquette.
is it?
Yeah, no, it's David Arquette. Yeah,
You know, they're not Ray Liotta at his absolute bottom of his career, like post Casino, nothing going on. It's like the real, Z-list celebrities, isn't it? They've got in this film. So I guess
Yeah.
Andy McDowell was a big get, so she gets two scenes rather than one. But
yeah.
it's a bit strange. But yeah, anything. There's not really much to say here, is there? Really, they have a jacuzzi. That Pepe,
I love the
prawn's pretty good,
jacuzzi.
isn't he?
I love the
Yeah, the jacuzzi bit is pretty funny.
You will build a jacuzzi, okay?
actual effect where Gonzo gets hit by lightning. I think is really good,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
and when he's flying through space.
That is
like-
also one of the best Pepe lines. Where he says, "If you tell him about what does he say? He says, if you tell him about the jacuzzi, I'll beat you like a something
Like a-
donkey." Oh no, I wrote it
Yeah.
down. It's really where is it?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't
I wrote
it?
it down. I can't find it now. You have to come back to me. I'll find it.
Okay, yeah. He's a weirdly like in a different film, isn't he? That
Yeah.
little Pepe.
Yeah, he is, but he's very funny.
It's got
He
a
is
little
very
bit
funny.
of a teen movie about it, like like a Van Wilder party liaison type vibe about it,
guess.
hasn't it? This
Oh
film.
yeah, you tell him, and I will smack you. I'll smack you like a bad donkey. Okay, that's what he says.
The bad
Yeah.
what?
Bad
Bad
donkey.
Oh, okay.
It's what's the bit he says there? They go all the stuff they've got. I have some loose Jello, okay? He's holding a bit of Jello in his hand. They have a pool party and everyone turns up, and I don't like these scenes. They look very uncomfortable. The extras don't know what to do today. They're looking very confused, very lost. But
Yeah.
you can let it off. It's a Muppets film. But Gonzo gets kidnapped
Yep.
and taken back to Renfro and Jeffrey Tambor, and Pat Hingle turns up, Commissioner Gordon from the Batman films.
Yeah.
Old pro. Also, I think doing really well, considering he's
Yeah.
slumming it in a Muppets film. I think he does a
Yeah.
good job of playing that classic and archetypal angry military role.
Yep.
I like the lab rats in the.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
They're great
Yeah.
little characters.
Yeah.
You get
So
some
really,
good
this is
prison
New
gag
York, aren't they?
parodies there.
They're like
don't
New
you?
York. Like
this is the main. This feels like the only thought out bit of the film to me. Where you've
This
got
kid's
the
got
three plots going,
Moxie.
haven't you? Yeah, he got Moxie. Yeah, that you've got that going on, and you've got Kermit on his little squad going on. You've got Gonzo going on. It breaks
Gonzo.
like a proper
I'm in some jalapenos.
Yeah, so they absolutely highlight the film without a doubt. Renfro bringing the sandwich in. Also, that sandwich that talks, and he's like goes to eat him. That's good, isn't it? And he's,
Yeah.
jalapenos. It's not a real song, is it? I don't think.
No.
No. But it is brilliant.
You think that was just
Yeah.
the actors just riffing?
I don't know. I always assume it's from an advert, but I don't think it is it? I think he's
I
just
think
made
that's
it
the
up.
guy who just played Renfro's just riffing on all that stuff.
Yeah.
It feels like that. Yeah.
I wonder how they do record these. I think it is like very. I think it is, isn't it? Quite improvisational.
Yeah.
Because they are all doing the voices, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because you hear it sometimes on the biggest shots. You hear them like coming in and out of the voices not very well, especially Miss Piggy. Frank Oz is kind of thrown in a little bit, I think, as Miss Piggy.
It was his last one, wasn't it? That was the last one he did.
It's brilliant.
Well, in a February 2000 interview, Frank Oz described the film as not up to what it should have been and not the movie that we wanted it to be. Which is a bit sad. And then also, see, I think this is quite sad because I thought it was brilliant, but also Kermit himself told Energy Berlin 103.4, whatever that is, that with all due respect to Muppets from Space, you don't want that to be the last movie you ever do. You want to do a better one. And that was when they were promoting Muppets 2011. But I think it's odd that they're so anti this film.
Well, yeah, I was going to get to this, that basically this is the film that killed the Muppets for a decade, if not longer. And it just seems so strange to me.
It's mad. It was just the world was a different place. People were watching Austin Powers and shit when this was out, not the Muppets.
But like you said, though, it feels more grown up than Christmas Carol or Muppet Treasure Island. I mean, the Muppets are kind of sex pests in it in a way, like the way they're like so pervy on Katie Holmes, aren't they?
Yeah.
And also the fact that the whole pool party, he does that to get girls to come, but he's like a prawn, a Muppet prawn. There's a weird subtext going on with how into ladies the Muppets are.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? There's no, like you say, the kind of power of the films is that there's no real explanation as to why Muppets and humans coexist. But then that's really great. But then you do that. Yeah, I did notice
it's walls, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, there was a cut like there's like, all the stuff with Miss Piggy can be a bit like there's a full on actual shot of her like her whole body, isn't there? At one point, and I don't really know why. Like why? There's also why is there that
There's a strange sexual violence thing going on with her because she gets in a fight at the TV station and the guy's like, "Oh, I like this, bring it on." And at the end she gets in a fight on the beach and the cameraman's like gyrating while he films it. Do you remember that? A fat guy, he's like properly get down and dirty. He's like,
everything's great.
I don't know, it's very weird. Anyway, back to them in captivity. So we've missed the star turn. Probably dates this film more than anything else is Hulk Hogan, but not just Hulk Hogan, it's Hollywood Hulk Hogan walking on. Do you remember the NWO era of wrestling?
Yeah, absolutely. WWF, WCW.
Well, yeah, this is a WCW. This is, for people who don't know at home, Hulk Hogan basically went bad for a bit, and a joke that's really lost the time, because he references it, doesn't he? He says, like, I'm the bad guy now.
Yeah.
But that is so couched in that, like, moment of understanding that Hulk Hogan was a good guy and he's now a bad guy. He's got his black beard, and it just seems such a strange.
Why was he a bad guy?
Because he basically went to WCW, he wasn't WWF, and they like remade him as in the New World Order. Right. This like he was like a bad. What do they call them? Heels.
Because they write like storylines for them all.
That's it. Yeah. Right. And so like this phase, he was known as Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and that was like bad.
Was this
Hulk Hogan.
after he did Thunder in Paradise?
Yeah.
But ironically, now he is an evil person, isn't he? Because like he's completely disgraced and isn't he? So it kind of plays well now because it's
everyone's disgraced in this film.
Pretty much, yeah.
Except
it just stood out to me. It's like thinking like you really wouldn't want to do that, would you? Like they must. I bet nowadays they're very careful to not put those kind of jokes in. Do you think like very like dated?
Oh, you can.
I've seen things with really dated jokes in, like
I suppose
you
can referencing songs or something.
Things with Muppets now, it's Disney owned. It's just not gonna they're gonna watch it.
You're not gonna get racist.
You're not
sex offender Hulk Hogan in there.
No, you're not. You're gonna have. Everyone's gonna be squeaky clean.
Yeah. Well, until they get found out. Who was your favourite guest star in this, Alex?
Well, it comes later who my favourite guest stars are. So can we talk about it yet?
Oh yeah, no, we'll get to it when you get to it then. Okay. Chris, has yours happened yet? Have you got a favourite guest star in?
Katie.
Yeah, okay, we'll get to that. I think Ray Liotta is my favourite because he's just really into it. He plays a security guard when Kermit turns up.
Yeah.
And like, obviously hadn't acted for a while, but he's enjoying that role.
Yeah, he's funny, isn't he? He's a good little turn. Yeah, you're right. He's having a good time.
The way he does a little bye-bye to Monster when he goes past him and stuff. He's
great. He's having a whale of a time, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I like the character. It's not a human character. It's a Muppet. But when they're he's having like science experiments done on him, Gonzo.
And he's like the weird professor.
Yeah, the doctor.
Yeah, the
that's a
doctor.
good character as well.
Yeah.
Quite a sinister scene, really. I mean, not in a way it's Muppets, but like they're going to chop his head off and cut his brain out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's very odd, and he's kind of because he's that like he's a bigger one, isn't he? Like Renfro, he's like a kind of human-sized character.
Yeah.
He's a bit creepy. Like I think if you were a little kid, that could be a bit like unnerving.
I don't think it is a kids' film, is it though?
It doesn't play like a kid's film.
I think that's its failing. It's not for anyone, is it? Really?
Well, they were just playing on like the stoner old guys who liked the Muppets before,
maybe.
right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And we would just happen to be at school, Sam, and loved it.
Yeah. It's a certain type of humour, isn't it?
Yeah.
That I would say actually that Dr. Neuter guy has the best parody in that is the Independence Day parody.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he smacks against the glass and the rat's
Talking
tails.
of dated.
Yeah, but it is
references.
very well. It's proper, really well done, isn't it? Like they get exactly the right look.
Some ways it's better.
Yeah. I like that bit.
So we're kind of in a muddle, but the film is a muddle, isn't it? Basically, this middle bit, Gonzo's captured, Rizzo's captured. They both get out via the rats in the lab and via... Renfro helps, doesn't he, eventually? Does Renfro help? He doesn't. He escapes them, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just get that for you.
Yeah, on the new film he turns as well.
Does he? Good. And they all escape to the beach.
Because that's where the message says to go.
Yes, so he's been sent to the beach to meet his space alien things, and although actually no, that's much earlier on, isn't it? I like there's a bit because they keep almost going sentimental, and they ruin it at the end because they do go sentimental. But there's a bit before when Kermit's in the van, and he's like, "Oh, the thing about us Muppets is we never forget one of our own."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "We left Fuzzy at the bus stop."
Yeah.
And that was a real like that felt like a very 2000 sort of thing, deflating a moment like that, but then they ruined it. So they do
that
actually have
70s show type joke.
Yeah.
Or like
It's a weird,
Big Bang Theory.
There's a weird the fact that when they go to the beach, all these other people have turned up to see the aliens, but they all seem to be hippies from the 70s.
Yeah.
Like no one is from the time period of this film. No. They're all just these weird like tie dye like in VWs and stuff, aren't they? And there's even jokes like about them being hippies. And
someone's
really
managed
odd.
to 3D print a load of Gonzo noses in about 6 hours since all this happened.
Yeah.
There's some real like good planning going on in terms of like merch for this get together.
Yeah.
The subplot we've missed actually is Miss Piggy is at the radio station, the TV station, and has replaced Andy McDowell as the anchor, and she's like covering this, isn't she? And that's why.
Yeah.
Does she breaks in then, doesn't she? She breaks in as well, and then she starts covering the story again, which is why they get everyone down there.
Yeah.
I don't really like Miss Piggy.
No. It's kind of a
annoying, isn't she?
one joke thing, really, isn't?
Yeah.
She plays a good role within the band of Muppets. You've got to take the whole band into consideration.
I guess.
I think
really. Any one of them you might struggle with. I think you need the
except
whole
Renfro.
band. Yeah.
I'd watch like a Curb Your Renfro, like a Larry David style, Renfro in his suit trying to get jobs and stuff like that in the real world.
The goat. Bom 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 bom.
Yeah, it works perfectly. Yeah.
There's a really weird at that final party. There's this really weird kind of egg-faced Muppet. Did you notice him with really big glasses? He looks.
Oh my god! Like with a big teeth.
Yeah.
Who in all the that's all the shots
just staring into camera.
Yeah, because whenever she's on camera with the TV, isn't it? He's just there, right behind
I love it.
her.
It's great.
But he's a really odd like. Why did they like? It's a really odd character. He's a bit weird looking as well. Like it's weird. It's like they just found one in the back and went, "I'll put that in." Like
it looks a bit Sesame Street to me.
Yeah, it's really odd.
But it's perfect for what it is, though, because that's exactly the shit you see. Like when someone's on
totally,
moves.
Yeah, true.
It's great.
Yeah.
I just love how the humour of Muppets is very British. The humour of Muppets, isn't it? It's very. There's a character type for everything, and there's a Muppet for every character type. It's great.
Jim Henson was British, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Right?
Yeah, it's very British.
Oh no, he wasn't.
Was he? I thought he was.
No.
Well, they used to make everything here, though.
He definitely had his break here, didn't he? It happened in London. He
did a lot of them here. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, he was American.
Okay.
I always thought he was British. I just looked him up.
Well, he is really.
Yeah.
I don't care what people say.
We'll claim him.
Yeah.
That's one of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the end here we get what was probably the biggest star turn of the day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which was Katie Holmes from Dawson's Creek and another one. Do you know what this one's called?
Joshua Jackson.
Joshua Jackson.
It's not Dawson, is it? 'Cause she goes Dawson's.
No, it's the other one.
But in doing that, in them saying that one tiny line where she says, "Oh, Dawson would love this," and she calls him Pacey, and he calls her whatever. What they then do is they make it clear that Dawson's Creek is set in the same universe as all of the Muppet films.
Yeah,
and I was like, "You've just blown my mind."
That's brilliant.
It's brilliant. So that means there could have been any point of all the series of Dawson's Creek, there could be a Muppet just have walked in and joined like the cast. That's what they need to do. Reboot Dawson's Creek, but put the Muppets in it.
Or just have just one teacher be a Muppet.
Dr. Neuter can come back as the science teacher.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think I've not seen many Dawson's Creeks, but I'm pretty sure one of them is like a film nut in it. Like that guy is, and he's like really into Jurassic Park and like Indiana Jones and stuff. And I think Lucas is in an episode of Dawson's Creek. George Lucas.
Okay.
Oh wow!
It's because Dawson's Creek.
I
was
think
written...
I'm getting mixed up with another show. I think forget that.
Dawson's Creek was written by Kevin Williamson, the guy that wrote Scream.
Yeah.
And he's obsessed with Steven Spielberg and and Dawson was like this kind of film nerd, and it's that kind of self-referential. And he wrote oh god, what's the one we did recently set in a school with all
Faculty.
The Faculty. He wrote that as well, didn't he? Kevin Williamson. But I read that they only did it because their soundstage was it was a neighbouring soundstage.
Brilliant.
So they were just around. So they just went, "Do you want to come and be in the Muppet
Any
film?"
excuse.
Yeah. So that's kind of how that cameo even happened. But it makes it so dated. But it's brilliant.
But how old is Katie Holmes meant to be in Dawson's Creek?
They're supposed to be like they're supposed to be like 17.
Yeah,
or
so
something.
Pepe Le Prawn shouldn't be hitting on her, should he?
Well, she's legal.
Not really.
Not in
For
America,
prawn.
she's not.
It shouldn't really be. Yeah.
It's very weird.
Yes, in America,
Like-
isn't it? It's the same as here, isn't it?
Depends what state you're in, but no, I don't think, probably not.
There's also, during that whole bit, there's also a bit where there's a hippie girl, and is he Sam, the eagle? He
Yes.
looks at this hippie girl dancing, and I was at this point a bit like,
That's
you are
great
getting...
as well. There's so many little moments in it.
But it's getting a bit Howard the Duck at that point. I was a bit
Totally,
like,
yeah,
you're crossing a line here that I don't
Yeah.
really need in a Muppet film. I don't...
It's those sort of things that make me realise why they had to die, isn't it? Because they are sort of out of time, aren't they? In that
Yeah.
sense, they are a product of the '70s, and with the funk and with these weird sexual references and stuff, they didn't really leave the '70s.
No.
And the Christmas Carol and Treasure Island, because it got them out of real life, was a diversion.
Yeah.
But this is them reverting to that Muppet Show, Muppets Tonight sort of vibe, isn't it? It is a bit sort of creepy to watch in some ways, but
It's great. There's nothing wrong with it.
it's still good, but there is something wrong with it. There's something a bit weird about it. I'm not going to agree with that. So the big end, anyway, the spaceship comes down, and
It's a great spaceship.
I mean, this is... The spaceship's pretty good. The first little egg joke's quite good. So the little egg comes down. The spaceship
got like a
comes
nose
down.
like Gonzo, isn't it?
Yeah, and you get the spaceship, and these aliens decide to do a dance number to the
great.
song Celebration.
It's great. Fucking brilliant.
I don't know. I didn't really like this bit.
It's a great song. Everyone's having a good time.
I suppose
It's a great version of it.
Do you know that it's not one of the... There were other drafts of what happened at the end.
Go on then. What's
One of the endings, Gonzo didn't turn out to be an alien. The aliens were getting signals from episodes of The Muppet Show, made themselves to look like Gonzo, as they considered
good.
him to be the
I
ultimate
read
being.
that. Yeah,
That's a good
In
twist.
the end, they would reveal their hideous forms and Gonzo would remain a whatever.
Yeah.
I think that was, and they tried to make that film before Christmas Carol, didn't they?
Oh, okay.
And it was called something different. And Kermit went to the moon or something. It was something.
Well, there's another one
version
where
of it.
aliens abducted Kermit because they believed him to be their leader.
That's it. Yeah.
So that's another kind of failed kind of plot.
That's a good concept.
Yeah. And then the other really random thing is that the co-writer said the original director was supposed to be Randall Klesser, who had directed Grease, one of my favourite movies. We got the green light. It was Jerry Gould's script, and they asked me to do a pass, and I wrote a very parody-heavy script. We parodied Men in Black, Contact, Alien, and were very close to shooting. Then I got a panic call from Henson saying that they were firing Randall. They said, we don't feel like he's bringing enough vision, so they flew me out to LA to pick up a new director, and then they basically canned all the kind of parody stuff at that point. So it would have been a lot more parody-heavy.
Yeah.
Which I
There's a
don't
lot
think
of
would have been
parody
as
already,
good.
though, isn't there? There's a lot of parody.
But I think it's those moments like the jalapeno and the ballet when Pepe's wearing the ballet thing, and that's the funnier. They're funnier and they live on, rather than a parody. It will die with you not getting the reference.
Yeah, it works better for Close Encounters being a minute rather than 20 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that Hulk Hogan thing, because it's 30 seconds, it doesn't matter that no one gets it or understands it anymore, does it?
No.
That's why it works. So yeah, that's it really. It's quite a brief one, but I mean, there's not much to say, is there really? It's like a very sort of...
No.
It's just fun. It's just really, really good fun.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect film, but it's just a really good fun film. Like...
It was nice going back to it, because I thought this will have aged terribly, but I still laughed all the way through. It was
There's nothing wrong with it. It's a perfect film.
It's a good message. The message is ultimately like, your family is what you make it, and that kind of thing. You don't need to go off and you don't need to know who your biological family are. You can have your friends, your family. It's a decent ending.
All stoned.
Yeah, as long as you're all doing drugs and trying to have sex with Katie Holmes.
In a massive house.
In a jacuzzi.
Yeah. No, I'd never seen it, and I just thought it was really, really entertaining. I loved it. I think I can see how you totally cracked onto those moments and they just became kind of catchphrases, because I could see that would have happened to me if I'd seen it at a certain time. Do you know what I mean?
We basically wanted to be Pepe in school, and Renfro.
Renfro, I want to be Renfro, yeah.
Yeah.
And Chris, it still hold up for you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. The music's classic. You can't, there's no getting away from that. There's no aging. They're great versions as well, because considering they're reversions of the songs.
I'm going to disagree on Celebration. It's not a good song in the first place, and that cover's awful. But other than that, I agree with you. The rest of it's good. But no, I don't like the ending. It's a poor version. But yeah, no, it definitely holds up. Good film.
Yeah.
Good film.
And the list.
So where do we rank it?
I'd put it number 6.
Yeah. Whatever.
Chris, do you want to go? Is that you're going to go first?
That's
for the real answer?
That's my actual answer.
Oh, that okay. It is?
Yes.
No, it's not.
What?
Is it? Is that really your answer?
No.
Oh.
I'll put it about 22.
22. Above Eternal Sunshine, A Spotless Mind, below Dark City. Alex.
Like 30... 37... Below Tron, basically. Below Tron is where I am.
I think... Yeah, 37 sounds more my sort of speed.
I mean, I don't... maybe Below They Live, actually. Arrival wasn't great.
I was going to say 30, yeah. Below They Live, 30 would do.
Yeah. It was good fun. It was just really good fun, and it had a science. I mean, it was science fiction. It wasn't like some of these things where they're not really science fiction.
It's one of those films where there's nothing particularly wrong about it, but it's just very slight, isn't it? There's not a lot to it.
And I think, like I say, if you take away the kind of references that don't work and the parodies, there are still some really good characters and some funny lines and some kind of like really good moments. And I think it is one of the best Muppet films because they are trying to do something different.
Well, I think it's the best Muppets film because
okay.
I watched Muppets Take Manhattan not too long ago, and it aged terribly. The old ones,
I think it's the best Muppets film.
And I don't really like Christmas Carol because I hate the songs and I hate all the emotion and bollocks. It's rubbish. I like the Muppet bits, but all that bit when he's a kid skating around the ice with that girl. Oh, man, fuck that film. I think Treasure Island's a better film than Christmas Carol. And that's got too many songs as well.
To be
honest,
honest,
you got Tim Curry in there.
Christmas Carol, I only watched the first half an hour because that's the best songs and the best part of it. And then when it gets all sentimental with Michael Caine, it goes off.
Yeah, totally. Whereas Treasure Island's not got that so much, has it? You've got a little bit with that Kevin lad on the boat being sentimental, but really it's just about Tim Curry hamming it up with a bunch of pirates. So. Not a bad film.
So Muppets in Space
on paper that
Muppets.
works.
Yeah, so Muppets from Space. It was the best Muppet film on this list because that's the only one we can do, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's worked.
Sadly.
Brilliant. Right, that's that. Let's just hop into the past future and see what's happening next week. Hi, Alex from the past.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm
Seamless
fine.
this time. Seamless.
Seamless.
Let the good folks at home know what we're watching next week.
Well, I know I said 4 weeks ago I would be prepared for this, but I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm half prepared. So
I've had literally no time.
I've had no time, literally no time. In those 4 weeks, I've been so busy. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is the 1989 adventure comedy.
Oh, hold on, I smell a rat.
Music? I don't know about music. Anyway, it's directed by Stephen Herrick. I don't know who he is. Anyway, it's about two dumb teenagers on a quest to prepare the ultimate historical presentation with the help of a time machine. That is from IMDb. I cannot claim that. But it's Keanu Reeves. Obviously, everyone loves Keanu. Alex Winter. What happened to him?
He's making Bill and Ted 3.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
And George Carlin as Rufus, we all remember. And then a lot of people as all the famous... They go back in time in a phone box and they get all the historical people and they say things like bodacious, and it's very 90s. And I'm hoping it stands up. And so I'm looking forward to Bill and Ted.
When did you last see it?
A long time ago.
Chris, have you seen Bill and Ted?
I saw it last year randomly.
Oh, did you? What do you think?
I
guess I shouldn't ask you really. Wait for...
Yeah.
No, don't ask him. Don't ask him.
Okay, let's watch the trailer for Bill and Ted's.
Because I remember seeing the end. I used to watch the animated series.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I remember that.
Let's watch the trailer anyway for this one.
Better than Ghost in the Shell.
Now, a motion picture so grand, so magnificent, and so vast, it spans 7,000 years.
No way! Yes way!
But it starts with Bill.
I'm Bill S. Preston!
Who was Joan of Arc? And Ted.
Noah's wife? We're in danger of flunking most heinously tomorrow.
A force from the future.
Can we go anywhere we want at any time?
You can do anything you want.
Is putting history at their fingertips.
Let's reach out and touch someone.
They're traveling through time.
How's it going, Royal Ugly Dudes?
Put them in the Iron Maiden.
Excellent!
Execute them.
Bogus. How's it going?
It looks fun.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's still fun. It looked fun.
Yeah. Alex Winter went on to be a director, didn't he?
Oh, okay. Phew.
Did loads
I was
of
a bit
directing
worried
work,
about him
I think.
then.
But yeah, they're making a third film.
Wow.
Yeah. Bill and
With
Ted's... Oh, man,
Children?
they're both
Bill and
in it.
Ted's kids? Or... Oh,
I can't find it. It's got a name. It's as far down the line as like they've got a script and they're actually making it. It's really happening.
Is it going to be like a kind of Indiana Jones thing and it's like they're just going to be old
Let's bloody hope not.
versions of themselves?
Let's
Like,
hope
I don't know
not.
about that. Or...
I can't find the name. Anyway, it's happening. We'll discuss it more when we get to that film.
We've got 4 weeks. Talk to the future us.
Future
will be more
Us,
prepared
yes.
than this.
Future Us, find out about that.
Yeah,
Tell
we
us
will.
in the past. Right, brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks. So I'll now return you to the past. Shit, the future. Whoever that other Sam is. But here we go. Bye.
Bye.
Brill. And we're back from the past. Before we go, Alex, a quick blast of info.
So social media, us up on at sci-fi, at SF Rating System, Twitter, Instagram Science Fiction Rating System, Facebook SF Rating System. Our website is sciencefictionratingsystem.com, and you can email us at sciencefictionratingsystem@gmail.com. You just have to send us one film, and if you send us one film, we'll watch it. Because we haven't had people sending films. Send us a film, come on. Someone must
do it.
Someone must be listening. Come on, one film, just one film.
Don't get desperate.
Okay,
desperate.
don't send us a film. We don't care. We got films. we know what we're doing.
Get mean.
Yeah,
Get mean.
who cares? Anyway, yeah.
All right.
There you go. Done.
On that passive aggressive note, we'll say goodbye and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.